Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. So, first up today, according to the War Zone, thousands of networked microphones are tracking drones in Ukraine. They're using an acoustic sensor to detect and hunt down incoming threats. That's part of the story. But most importantly, now the U.S. military wants to test the same system. What are they preparing for? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but it probably can't be good. We've spoken a lot about the BRICS Association, new monetary system, 80% of the oil producing countries. Well, BRICS has now entered the Bitcoin mining field. China and Ethiopia signed a Bitcoin miners deal. Well, we've talked about this many times, and as you know, I'm a proponent of Bitcoin. I'm not necessarily a proponent of cryptocurrency, but now BRICS is involved. It's coming. The switch, that is. So yesterday, Tony Bobulinski, who was a former business partner of Hunter Biden, went before a closed session, or I should say a session of Congress, and he made some statements, one of which was Joe Biden was more than a participant in and beneficiary of his family business. He was an enabler despite being buffered by a complex scheme to maintain plausible deniability. He came out with this years ago. He brought it to the FBI, allegedly. Nothing was done about it. Now, the truth is coming out. Is this going to be the tipping point? I don't know. I'd love to hear your opinions on it, but this could very well be the precipice. According to Connecting Anons, a cyber attack hit the Iranian parliament websites yesterday. This is according to their state media. This next story is Rasmussen Reports did a poll, and the respondents came back with these numbers. 74% say the border situation is a crisis. 74% see the border situation as an invasion. 71% approve of more border wall construction. 63% say border security is a vital national security interest, and 54% say Trump is right about the wall. Here's the kicker. Every one of these respondents were black voters. The left knows they're in trouble. They've lost some of their biggest proponents in the voting system, and this is just more proof of that. According to One American News Network, a massive ransomware attack took over 100 hospitals in Romania offline, and it was at least 25 healthcare facilities. Seems like cyber attacks. It must be cyber attack season again. So it's not funny, but it is in terms of this is happening more and more. According to Inside Paper and The Hill, a West Virginia attorney called on Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment against President Biden, claiming that the president, and I use those terms loosely, is not physically able to perform the duties of his job. We've talked about this many times. His time is up, in my opinion. Question is, how are they going to do it? Is it going to be the 25th Amendment? Is he going to have a mysterious heart attack or a stroke? Well, your guess is as good as mine, but it looks like it's happening now. According to Ghost Patriot via CNN, I know, CNN, but even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. But German banks prepare for a huge loan default in the greatest real estate crisis since the financial crisis. This is happening everywhere. It's not just here in America. I mean, we've got over 1 billion square feet of commercial real estate that's vacant. We've got interest rates through the roof. The national debt is beginning to be refinanced at much higher rates. The switch is coming. Yesterday, as most of you probably have already heard, the U.S. House voted to impeach DHS Secretary Mayorkas. He's the first cabinet official in nearly 150 years to be impeached by the House. Now, it's still got to go to the Senate. I don't know whether or not it'll pass in the Senate. If it does pass in the Senate, I think we may have reached the tipping point. If it does not, well, we'll have to see how it progresses. And then finally today, we've talked a lot about Speaker Johnson. I've reserved any type of decision on him at this point. Well, yesterday, when the Senate had sent out a bill for foreign aid and, a bunch of crap again, billions of dollars for other countries when we have so much need here. Anyway, House Speaker Johnson will not put the Senate aid bill on the floor. So, in my opinion, that's a step in the right direction. As I've said, I'm reserving my judgment on him at this point, but this was certainly a move in the right direction. So, that's all we have for today. If you'd like to support this channel, you can go to mypillow.com and enter in the discount code SAM. And if you just simply like to buy me a cup of coffee, there are links in my bio on TikTok and in the description on all other platforms. So in the meantime, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.